a little more advanced than Bhagavad Gita. So till now you have been hearing some sessions on Bhagavad Gita, but I thought of introducing this one topic of Srimad Bhagavatam also, as I told last time. How many of you have heard of Srimad Bhagavatam? Heard Bhagavatam? Have you read some sections of Bhagavatam? No. You have just heard about this book. Okay. You have heard the discourses on Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So do you know what it is and who spoke it and what is the context? Yeah, Vyasa wrote it. Okay.
It's about more Krishna and
Yes, correct. So in ISKCON we very often say that Bhagavad Gita is like primary study, preliminary study, and Srimad Bhagavatam is like advanced study, graduation and postgraduate study. So Gita is like a graduate study, undergraduate, and Srimad Bhagavatam is like postgraduate. And all of you are PG students, so I think you should know this, Srimad Bhagavatam also. I'll start with a short prayer. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. We can close the door also. This noise comes. So Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken about Krishna. That is the difference. When Krishna speaks about himself, he speaks only 700 shlokas. When his devotees speak about Krishna, they speak 18,000 verses. Okay, so it's very interesting. So Srimad Bhagavatam has 18,000 verses. It has got 12 cantos. Canto means skanda. Pratama skanda, Dvitiya skanda up to Dwadasha skanda. Then it has got about 335 chapters. Okay, this is Srimad Bhagavatam. And Bhagavad Gita? How many verses? 700. How many chapters? 18 chapters. That's all. There's only one book. But Srimad Bhagavatam is 12 books, 12 volumes. So, ISKCON's founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, he translated Srimad Bhagavatam into English with elaborate purports and explanations. And Srila Prabhupada wrote these 12 cantos in 18 volumes. So each volume is the size this big. It has 18 volumes like this. So, and it is one of the most prominent contribution of Srila Prabhupada to the world, literary world. And many scholars across the world refer to this Srimad Bhagavatam as a reference book. It's like a reference book for study. And Srila Prabhupada has written his commentary based on what even previous acharyas have written. Right? Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken 5,000 years back. And one of the first commentators of Srimad Bhagavatam is Sridhar Swami. So those who are in literary field, they hear this name, Sridhar Swami from Banaras. He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam's commentary. And later on, many acharyas have written commentaries. All the sampradayas have written commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is said that among all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost Purana. Just like among all the Upanishads, Gita Upanishad is the topmost. Similarly, among all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the topmost Purana. Okay. So these are the 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. 6 plus 6, the 12 cantos, 12 skandhas. And each skandha discusses a particular topic. There are 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, and these 10 topics are distributed across these skandhas. So we will discuss about it when we go a little more deeper into this topic. Now let us discuss about in what context this Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken. So let us go to Mahabharata, because Bhagavatam was spoken at the end of Mahabharata. If you know the history, so if you know the brief history of Srimad Bhagavatam, so Kurukshetra battle ended. So at the end of Kurukshetra battle, only the 5 Pandavas remained. Remaining everybody was destroyed, everything was destroyed. And among the Kaurava side, very few people were remaining. And one of the famous personalities are remaining. Any guess who is he? Ashwatthama. Even Duryodhana also died. After Duryodhana died, Ashwatthama became very upset, very angry. And Ashwatthama wanted to take revenge, that my father is killed and all my friends are killed, I want to take revenge. And Ashwatthama took his revenge by attacking the Pandavas in the middle of the night. So you know that story where he goes into the camp of the Pandavas where everybody was sleeping, and he takes his sword given by a divine being, Amsha of Lord Shiva, and he killed everybody in sleep. Even the sons of Pandavas were also killed in that episode. So when the sons of Pandavas were killed, Arjuna comes to know, and Arjuna wants to take revenge. He chases Ashwatthama, and when he was chasing Ashwatthama, Ashwatthama hits an arrow which is called Brahmastra. And that Brahmastra was coming to Arjuna, and Arjuna counteracted with another Brahmastra and neutralized that Brahmastra. And he captured Ashwatthama, brought him in front of Draupadi, because Draupadi was very pained seeing her 5 children are killed. And Draupadi was in a fix now, what to do? Should we kill him, punish him, or should we release him? And Draupadi, being very kind-hearted and she knows dharma, although her 5 sons were killed, she takes the stand that he should be forgiven. Okay, his very great compassion she had. At the same time, Arjuna was in confusion because Bhima told we should kill. My son is also killed, I will never forgive. I want him to be killed. Draupadi is saying, don't kill. And Arjuna is confused what to do because he has captured Ashwatthama. Then Krishna says, you do whatever you feel is good. Because Ashwatthama is son of Dronacharya, he is a Brahmana, coming in Brahmana Kula. So a Brahmana should not be killed. At the same time, a murderer should be killed. So you do both. So this is called Dharma Sankata. So he was in Dharma Sankata. What to do this or to do that. So at that time, somehow Arjuna got the intelligence. He said that for somebody who is honored, dishonor is worse than death. So he decides to dishonor Ashwatthama, and he removes the money in front of his head. He had a money, and he cuts his hair and leaves him. And this was too much for Ashwatthama, he could not bear this insult. So he goes little distance, and then he again thinks, I will take revenge. And this time he shoots another Brahmastra. This time, guess at whom he shoots? Parikshita. So Parikshita, he was in the womb of Uttara. Uttara was the wife of Abhimanyu. And Abhimanyu was dead in the battle, so Uttara was alone. And in a room, Parikshit was there. So when Brahmastra came, Uttara went running towards Krishna and said, Krishna, please protect me. Of course, at that time, there were So Krishna, he expands himself and enters the womb of Uttara and absorbs the heat of Brahmastra. Brahmastra is coming and Lord Vishnu absorbs the heat and protects Parikshit, and Parikshit sees Vishnu in the womb and he offers prayers to Lord Vishnu in the womb. And after some months when he was born, at that time he starts searching, where is that person whom I saw in the womb? Is he the person? Is he the person? Is he? He starts doing pariksha of everyone. So his name becomes Parikshita. So Parikshit Maharaj becomes a very great king. So after Parikshit Maharaj is enthroned as the king, Pandavas leave. Before Pandavas left, Krishna also leaves. The day when Krishna left this world, Dwapar Yuga ended, Kali Yuga started. Okay. So Krishna Swadhamopagade. When Krishna left this planet, Kali Yuga's influence started. But Parikshit Maharaj was still there. So because of Parikshit Maharaj's rule, Kali could not enforce adharma. Because Parikshit Maharaj was very strong. In fact, once Parikshit Maharaj is roaming in the city and he sees that one person dressed as a king, a Shudra dressed as a king, he is killing a cow. Cow is crying and there is a bull. The 3 legs of the bull are broken and it's standing only on 1 leg. So this is a very beautiful chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. So Bhumi takes the form of a cow and Dharmaraya takes the form of a bull. And they were both being harassed by Kali. So in Kali Yuga, what is happening is earth is getting exploited, which is a representation of Bhumi, Bhudevi, and cows are being slaughtered and the bulls are being also slaughtered. Bull represents dharma, so in Kali Yuga, the practice of dharma also reduces. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam which says that in Kali Yuga 8 things reduce. Tatascha anudinam dharma satyam shaucham kshama daya kalena balina rajan nangshati ayu balam smritihi. 8 things reduce in Kali Yuga. Dharma reduces, satya, truthfulness reduces, shaucha, cleanliness, right? In modern days, people don't take bath, no? They just take perfume and come. So that's considered to be cleanliness, but that's absolutely dirtiness. Satyam, Shaucham, Kshama, forgiveness is reducing. Daya also, Daya means actually mercy. Satyam, Shaucham, Kshama, Daya, Kalena, Balina, Rajan. Nangshatihi, Ayuhu, Balam, Smritihi. Ayu reduces lifespan. Like if you see our great grandfathers lived up to 100 years. Now our elder generation maybe live up to 80 years. And the current generation, what is the average lifespan? 60, 65, that's all. Somebody crosses 50 is like old man. So that's the definition of. And nowadays by 40 people start getting white hairs, isn't it? So Ayu, Balam, Smriti and Ankshati. Ayu reduces, Bala, physical strength also reducing. Like my grandfather used to lift 1 quintal. 1 quintal rice used to lift. Nowadays 25 kg is so tough. That also they have a trolley and they keep in trolley and take it. So power is reducing. If you see Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, his sword itself was 70 kgs. And used to fight whole day. And if you go to Mysore, I heard that there is a stone for entry into Mysore Raja's army. A person had to lift it and keep it at a certain distance. Then he is considered to be passed the entrance test. Then further test will be there. So nowadays some boys went there and 10 people also could not lift it. So Ayu, Balahas and Smriti also reduces. Right? Our previous generations, they were having, it's called as Shruti Dhara, permanent memory. They hear once and remember for life. But here we hear many times but still don't remember. Right? So that's when Kali Yuga said that a faint pencil is better than a strong memory. Because if you write down, then you can remember it, refer it. So that's why in Kali Yuga we use paper and pen. We have books in Kali Yuga, but 5000 years back there was no book, literally no book. And they used to hear and remember. So book was here. So that much strong memory was there, but now memory is weak. Because we have mobile phones with terabytes of data, but we don't have strong memory. We don't have, nothing is here. Very less things are there. So Maharaj Parikshit saw this scene and immediately got down from his chariot and removed his sword and about to chop off the head of Kaliraj. Then Kaliraj falls at the feet of Parikshita and says, I am also your praja, please give me shelter. But Parikshit said, you are beating cow and bull. Bull is our father, cow is our mother. Right? We say go mata and bull is our pita, because mata gives milk, so cow is treated as mother. And bull plows the land and gives grains, so that's why he is considered to be father. So killing both of them, you cannot be forgiven. But he says, no, I am also your praja, please give me shelter. And Parikshit Maharaj says, okay, you can go and sit in a place where these four things are happening, where people are eating meat, where people are gambling, people are doing intoxication, and people are having illicit sexual relationships. You can go there. Parikshit Maharaj, the Kali becomes very happy. At least some place mil gaya. He roams all around the kingdom. He could not find one place where these four bad things were happening. Dyutam Pana, Striya Suna. No place he could find. So, but finally, he comes back to Parikshit and says, you are such a strong king, know where these four things are happening. Give me another place. Then he says, you can stay in wealth. Where your gold is there, you can stay. Because where your gold is there, there is a chance of doing these four things. A chance of gambling, chance of drinking and doing sinful activities. Because doing sinful activities is costly, you need money to do sinful activities. But to do good things is very easy. But people don't do good things, they do bad things in Kali Yuga. So Kali stays in money. So in Kali Yuga, where Kali stays? In money. And wherever money dealings are not proper, there is Kalaha. Kalaha means quarrel. So that's why in Kali Yuga we should be very clean in our money dealings. So as long as Parikshit was there on this earth, there is no adharma. He was very strictly enforcing dharma everywhere. And eventually what happened, one day Parikshit Maharaj went into the forest for an excursion and he felt very thirsty and he goes around searching water, he could not find any water. Finally comes to the hermitage of a sage, okay, and the sage's name was okay, so you can remember these names because madam said that we should also have a assessment. So we'll be having assessment also. Of course, previous sessions also, it is supposed to be continuous assessment thing. Some of we could not, of course the question papers are ready, we could not float it. Maybe in a day or two we'll float it. It's more of, it's an open book test. So you can refer, you can read, you have to read Bhagavad Gita. We have given some reference slokas and all. You have to read and you'll get the answers for that. It's like open book test. So Shamika Rishi was there and he was sitting in meditation. So Parikshit Maharaj came in and he saw that Shamika Rishi is sitting in meditation and he is not seeing me. The king, the Chakravarti Samrat of the entire Bharatavarsha has come here. At that time Bharata did not mean only Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Gujarat to Bangladesh, no. Bharatavarsha was far, the whole earth was Bharatavarsha at that time. So Chakravarti Samrat of the entire Bharatavarsha is coming here and he is not being received well. dead snake and he puts it on the neck of Shamika Rishi. And Shamika Rishi did not even come to know. He was just sitting in meditation. And Parikshit Maharaj walks out. And Shamika Rishi's son was there. His son's name was Shringi. So Shringi, he becomes angry. He says, this king has lost his mind and is insulting my father. So I curse him that he will die in 7 days. A snake bird, like kind of a dragon, will come. His name is Takshaka. Takshaka will come and will bite him. Takshaka will come and he'll bite him. He says, okay. So then Parikshit Maharaj goes back to his kingdom and he gets a news. And Shringi curses to die in 7 days. Okay. So now Parikshit Maharaj goes home, and when he goes home, he gets a news that no, you have been cursed to die in 7 days. And Parikshit Maharaj thinks, oh, I'll die in 7 days? I have only 7 days? And I deserve this, he thinks, because of course he feels bad. After going out of the hermitage, he feels bad, oh, I did a mistake, I should not have done this insult to the sage. And then he goes back, then he feels, okay, I have to suffer this punishment, let me suffer, I accept this curse. Srimad Bhagavatam says that Parikshit Maharaj had the power to counteract this curse because he was extremely powerful. He was protected by Lord Vishnu, he was son of the Pandavas, he had such a great lineage, so he had that power, but he did not counteract the curse, he accepted the curse and immediately he informed all his children, wives, that I am going to die in 7 days. Now I have made a decision to go, leave home and go to Ganga Tira. So he informs everyone and he puts his son Janamejaya as the king. And he goes to the bank of Ganga and many sages had assembled there. And he goes to them and asks, my dear sages, I have only 7 days. Please tell me what is my duty, what I should do. And what are the duties of a dying man? So he asks specific questions. Like in Vishnu Sahasranama, before Vishnu Sahasranama, Yudhishthira Maharaj asks questions, right? He asks about 7 questions. Kim ekam devatam loke, kim vapi ekam parayanam, stumakakanka marchantam, prapi urmanava shubham, ko dharma sarva dharmanam, bhavata paramo mataha, kim japan muchyate jantur, jamna samsara bandhanat. He asks these questions to Bhishma. Then Bhishma starts answering, and in answer he tells the whole Vishnu Sahasranama. Right? He says that you should remember the Lord Vishnu. So, yeah. So when he was asking questions to these sages, they were thinking, who should answer this question? Who is qualified among us to answer this question? It is a question of life and death. He is going to die in 7 days. So at that time, they were all wondering like this. So at that time, one young, beautiful sage, he walks in. And his name is Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami is the son of Vyasadeva. He walks in and he speaks Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshita. In fact, all the sages assembled, they choose that Shukadeva Goswami should speak because he is self-realized, he is Paramahamsa, Mahabhagavata, son of Vyasa, and he is the recipient of Lord Krishna's mercy, he should speak. And his father Vyasa is sitting down. Vyasadeva is the guru, Narada is sitting down. And you see all the sages are sitting down here. Shaunakadi rishis are, Shamika rishi, Shaunakadi rishis are all sitting down. Of course, Shamika was not there. Shaunaka rishi, Shamika rishi was there. And then there was Suta Goswami was there. Shaunakadi rishis come in Naimisharanya. So many sages sitting, elderly people are also there, but a young person is chosen to speak because they feel that he can speak this topic very explicitly and in a very attractive way He is chosen. And then Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshita Maharaj. Okay. Now, from whom did Shukadeva Goswami learn Srimad Bhagavatam? Shukadeva Goswami learned Srimad Bhagavatam from Vyasadeva. And from whom did Vyasadeva learn Bhagavatam? From Narada Muni. From whom did Narada learn Bhagavatam? From Brahma, his father Brahma. And from whom did Brahma learn Srimad Bhagavatam? Krishna. That is the sequence actually. Do you follow Kannada? Artha agutalla? This PPT I had made for my Bhagavad Saptaha. So, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. This second skanda, skanda 2, chapter 9, verse number 30. So here Supreme Lord Bhagavan is telling to Brahmaji. Bhagavan Vishnu, he is speaking to Lord Brahma. Now this episode is when, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, from whose navel lotus sprouts, and on the top of the lotus is Brahmaji sitting. So in the beginning of creation, there is only darkness. There is nothing around. So Brahmaji could not see anything when he appeared. When he was born, Brahma could not see anything. Full dark, pitch dark. He could see only the lotus. He looked down the lotus, he could not see anything. He climbed down the lotus, he could not find anything. He again came back and sat on the lotus. At that time he was wondering, what should I do? At that time he hears a word called tapa, tapa. Tapa means do tapasya. So Lord spoke to him, you do tapasya. And Brahmaji did tapasya for 1,000 years. And after doing tapasya for 1,000 years, Lord showed his darshan to him. Lord was there. Because Brahmaji is coming from the navel of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is there, but he could not see Lord Vishnu. This goes to show that Krishna does not reveal himself to unqualified people. Only when people do tapasya, when they get that qualification, then Krishna reveals himself. Even Brahmaji had to do tapasya. This goes to show that if we also want to see Lord Krishna, we also should do tapasya. In Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, Krishna says, Naham prakasha sarvasya, Naham prakasha. I don't reveal myself to everyone. Yoga maya samavrataha, because I am covered by maya. Because if I put a curtain, you can't see me. You open the curtain, you can see. So, Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavrataha, mudhoyam nabhijanati, lokoma majamavyam. Krishna says, those who are engrossed in foolish activities, they cannot see me. But those who do tapasya, they can see. Tapa means doing japa, doing meditation, doing puja, like tapasya. So when Brahmaji saw Lord Vishnu, with awe and reverence he offered prayers to Lord Vishnu. Then Brahmaji asked, please tell me what should I do, what is my duty? And Lord Vishnu says that I will give you divine knowledge, and with this divine knowledge you execute the service of creation. Okay, so he starts doing creation. So here he is telling, Lord Vishnu is telling to Brahma, Jnanam parama guhyam me yad vijnana samanvitam sa rahasyam tadangam cha grahana gaditam maya. I am going to tell you the jnana which is paramaguhya, the most confidential. Yad vijnana samanvitam. I will also give you the realization of that jnana. So there is jnana and vijnana. What is difference? Jnana is theoretical knowledge. Vijnana is realized knowledge. And jnana also means Krishna, and vijnana means the process to attain Krishna. That is another meaning. So vijnana here means bhakti. Bhakti is the process to attain Lord Krishna. Yad vijnana samanvitam sa rahasyam tadangam cha grahana gaditam maya. I will also tell you the confidential pastimes of Krishna and Grahana Gaditam Maya. Please accept it. Grahana Gaditam. I want to speak. Please accept it, he says. Then Lord Vishnu speaks Srimad Bhagavatam to Brahmaji in 4 verses. So Bhagavatam originally was only 4 verses, 4 shlokas. That is called Chatushloki Srimad Bhagavatam. Verse number 33, 34, 35, 36. There is 13, so after 2 verses. 33, 34, 35, 36. These 4 verses talk about Chatushloki Srimad Bhagavatam. In that, entire summary is given, just like in a seed form. Right? So, in like for example, you take a tree's seed, small seed, you put it in the ground, the whole tree comes. Similarly, mantras are also like seeds. Bija mantra we call. Right? So, Gayatri mantra is also Bija mantra. When you keep chanting the Bija mantras, it reveals a personality. According to Vedic Shastras, every mantra has a form. Every mantra represents a personality. When you chant that mantra, the perfection of chanting that mantra is to experience that personality. We chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra represents Radha and Krishna. And the perfection of chanting is one day come to the state of understanding Radha Krishna. So that's how mantras reveal the form. So Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken in these 4 verses, and these 4 verses reveal Krishna and reveal even the material world to us. So everything about Krishna is spoken in those 4 verses. Today I am not going to discuss that. That itself is, each mantra is like a elaborate topic in itself. Several pages of explanation are given for each one mantra. So after speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu spoke to Lord Brahma. Brahmaji speaks to Narada. Tasma idam Bhagavatam Puranam Dasalakshanam Proktam Bhagavata Praha Prita Putraya Bhutakrit. This Purana, Bhagavad Purana, which has got 10 topics, Dasha Lakshanam. I'll tell you what are those 10 topics. Proktam Bhagavata Praha. Supreme Lord personally spoke Bhagavata Praha. Pritaha Putraya Bhutakrit. So Brahmaji spoke to his Putra out of affection for Narada. So then Narada hears it, and then Narada speaks it to Narada Praha Munaye Saraswatyas Tatendrapa Adhyayade Brahma Paramam Vyasaya Amita Tejase. So Narada spoke it to Vyasa, who was sitting on the bank of Saraswati near Badrikashrama. And Vyasadeva, he had composed all the books. All the Vedas are written by Vyasadeva only. He wrote the 4 Vedas, he wrote 108 Upanishads, he wrote the 18 Puranas, he wrote Itihasas, everything he wrote. But even after writing everything, Vyasa was feeling something is lacking. Kuch to kami hai, something is lacking. Asampanna eva bhati. I am not feeling sampanna, I am not feeling satisfied. Something is lacking. He was wondering what is that lacking. He starts thinking that I have written so many books. What is that I have not written? So when he was contemplating like this, at that time Narada Muni appears in the sky. Narada is floating in the sky, and Vasudev gets up and talks to Narada Muni, offers obeisances, and then Vyasa says, I am feeling little unhappy. Please tell me what is the cause of my unhappiness. Narada says, you have written so many books, and these books contain different topics, but you have not written one topic very explicitly, repeatedly. Tatha dharmadheschartha munivarya anukirtitah na tatha vasudevasya mahimaya anuvarita. Can we close it? There's like kirtan happening behind. So he says that dharma, artha, kama, moksha, these four purusharthas, right? There are four purusharthas. There is dharma, there is artha, there is kama, and there is moksha. Dharma means religiosity. Artha means by doing dharma one gets wealth, artha. And using artha one's desires are fulfilled. That's called kama. And then when after desires are fulfilled, material desires are fulfilled, one feels frustrated. I want unlimited happiness, but I am getting only limited happiness. Because the capacity of the body to enjoy material pleasures is limited. So then he turns to moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. He wants liberation from this world. So these four topics you have nicely explained, but there is another topic which you have not explained properly. That is Vasudevasya Katha. And who is Vasudeva? Krishna. Son of Vasudeva is Vasudeva. Yeah. So, na tata Vasudevasya mahimahi anuvarnitaha. So, that one topic you have not spoken, he says. Yeah. So, at that time, Vyasadeva, he compiles Srimad Bhagavatam. Sa samhita Bhagavatim, Bhagavata Purana, Kritva Anukramya Chatmajam, Shukham Madhyapayamasa, Nivratta Niratam Munihi. So, Bhagavata Samhita, Vyasadeva writes, and then he gives it to Shuka, Shukham Adhyapayamasa. Shukadeva Goswami learns it, and then that is spoken to Parikshita. So Shukadeva Goswami speaks it to Parikshit Maharaj. So this is the history of Srimad Bhagavatam. How from Krishna to Vishnu to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vyasadeva, Vyasadeva to Shukadeva, Shukadeva to Parikshita. And Parikshita, and in Parikshita's assembly there was Suta Goswami. In Puranas we hear the name Suta Goswami again and again. So Suta Goswami was sitting in the audience. And when Sukadeva Goswami is speaking, he empowers Suta Goswami that you will speak this in Naimisharanya. So Suta Goswami goes from here to Naimisharanya where about 80,000 sages had assembled for doing yajna. And after doing several years of yajna, they did not get any benefit. Only face became dark. Only face had become dark. So at that time they ask questions to Suta Goswami. Please tell us what to do. So that's how Bhagavatam starts. So this is Suta Goswami speaking to almost 80,000 sages in Naimisharanya. And you may wonder, no, 80,000 people and there is no sound system here. How did they speak and how did they hear? Right? It is said that the forest of Naimisharanya was pin drop silence. Now you can hear so many vehicles going. So at that time there is no sound, pin drop silence. And whatever Suta Goswami spoke could be heard long distance. And another factor was the audience was also very attentive. They were tuned in to his frequency. And whatever he was speaking, they were tuned into that only. Right? At that time there is no WhatsApp, there is no Facebook, there is no Instagram, no other distractions. At that time there is not much anxieties also. People are much happier. So because they are peaceful and happier, they could receive the message spoken by Suta Goswami. So this is the introduction to Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, till now is it clear? Any questions on this till now? I just gave the history and background of Srimad Bhagavatam. I have not entered into the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam yet. Is it clear? And it begins with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. First shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. And one of our acharyas, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, for 4 months he spoke only on this verse. That much content is there in this one shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam gives the, what you can say, vastu, the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Krishna. Bhagavate Vasudevaya, that is Krishna. And Srimad Bhagavatam is mainly a book glorifying Sri Krishna, Purna Purushottama Sri Krishna. And in order to glorify Sri Krishna, Krishna's devotees and other Krishna's avatars are also described. Okay. So there are 12 cantos, 12 skandhas in Srimad Bhagavatam. So the 10th skandha describes Krishna. And other 9 cantos describe other avatars of Krishna. Okay. Systematically. So this is how this goes on. I will not get into the details of Srimad Bhagavatam right now, but I will just tell you the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, I can show it here also. Yes. So the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam are here. And this is Shloka 2.10.1. Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 10th chapter, 1st Shloka. Any Mahapurana will have these 10 topics. Not only Srimad Bhagavatam, but any other Mahapurana will also have these 10 topics. And Upapuranas will have 5 topics. 10 topics are Atra Sarga Visargascha Sthanam Poshanamutayah Manvantarishanu Nirodha Muktirashrayah. So first one is Sarga. Sarga means creation, primary creation. The creation done by Lord Vishnu is called